Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talk About Houses. I'm Todd.
I'm Oana.
We are on location, and we are not on location anywhere in the United States. I'll tell you about 3/4 the way through the video where we are, but I'm going to give you a hint. If you look just to the side of Oana's head, right there, you'll see this building that just sticks out from the side. It's a super famous building here in this city that we are in. But what we wanted to do today was we wanted to talk about this article that just came out from NAR, and it's about pending home sales. It says pending home sales dropped 5.5% in July. Now, first of all, let's want it. Sales normally drop every month from like April to October or something like that.
Right. So sales do drop over the summer because
we're trying to keep the wind off the microphones and the noise of the cars.
Right.
So.
Okay. Sales do drop over the summer because everybody's on vacation, kids are out of school, people have other priorities. It's just kind of the summer thing that happens, and then sales will pick up again later on in the year. Now, this particular drop in sales is a little more notable. Tell us about this, Todd.
Okay, here's 3 bullet points from the article. Pending home sales fell 5.5% in July. That's year over year. That was July of last year. Month over month contract signings declined in all 4 regions. Compared to a year ago, pending home sales increased in the Northeast. So we're more home sales in the Northeast than last year, but decreased in the Midwest, South, and West. I'll just kind of power through these and we'll talk about them. The pending home sales index, this is something that we don't spend a lot of time talking about, but it's a forward-looking indicator of home sales based on contract signings, slipped to 70.2. So 100 is what they would consider a normal month. 70.2 is the lowest reading since index began tracking in 2001. Year-over-year pending transactions were down 8.5%. An index of 100 is equal to the level of contractivity in 2001. So they baselined at 2001. I don't know if it's adjusted for total size of the market or anything like that. Here's another quote. A sales recovery did not occur in midsummer. Says NAR chief economist Lawrence Young, the positive impact of job growth and higher inventory could not overcome affordability challenges and some degree of wait and see related to the upcoming presidential election. Oana, what do you think is stopping people from buying, or slowing people? Because people are buying, but it slowed down a little bit.
Right. So I think we're working with a couple of things. First of all, we still don't have the inventory, right? So not finding the right house, that is a big contributing factor to this. And you just can't overstate that enough, right? If you can't find the right house, then it doesn't matter anything else because you're just not going to buy anything. And then, of course, the other thing is everybody's been waiting for the Fed to start dropping rates. Now, the thing to keep in mind about that is that while the Fed is expected to drop rates in September, home buyers may not necessarily see that when they're looking to buy a house. And what I mean by that is, remember that mortgage rates are forward-looking. And so the market has already factored this in. So the mortgage rates have already come down, and we're not going to necessarily see another downtick in mortgage rates as soon as the Fed drops rates. I think that rates are probably not going to change substantially when the Fed drops rates. Now, the Fed is also not going to drop rates half a point because we've got inflation that is still at like 2.7%. We have the GDP that's like 2.9%.
Yeah, GDP growth last quarter was 2.9%.
Right.
It was revised up.
Right. So I think the Fed will drop rates because they are trying to time the market and they're trying for that soft landing. But I think that they're going to do so very cautiously because what they don't want to do is have inflation start going up again and then they don't have any tools left.
Yeah, there's definitely some uncertainty with rates, inflation, presidential election. So I don't think this is something that, people should be worried about. I don't think this is, if we had a year of this, it would be probably put downward pressure on home prices. But remember, we still have this massive shortage of homes. And I don't mean homes for sale, I mean total homes in the U.S. We're creating more households, and we have more people coming in the country, and we're not building enough houses. Here's some more data from the article I thought was pretty cool. So the Northeast index was down 1.4%, but an increase from last year to 64.6. The Midwest was reduced 7.8%, down 11% from a year ago. That was pretty slow. But here's the funny thing: the crash bros are all saying the South. The South is where the housing market's going to crash. But it sank 6.5% to 83.5 and 11.5% from the year higher. But 83.5 is pretty close to normal. Remember, they're comparing a hot market. It's down from a super hot market. And the West was 56.2. Now remember, the West in 2001 was hot because there was a ton of building, a ton of growth. So I'm not sure about these index numbers. Remember, they're indexed, and then of course the other thing is real estate's hyperlocal. So Nevada's included in the West. So stuff's down in California because home prices are high and interest rates are high, but maybe not as much in Nevada. As you guys know, watching the channel, we have like a very low amount of inventory in all of Las Vegas. It was like 3,000 homes on our last market update. So anyway, we thought we'd cover this. So do you want to tell them where we are?
Okay, so did you put down the comments where you think we are?
Where do you think we are?
Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you didn't put it, well, then you can just be right anyway. We are in Singapore.
We are in Singapore. We've been here for a few days. That building you can see that I think is probably right there sticking out. That is the Marina Bay Sands. You can Google it. We're here in sort of the middle of the financial district and everything. So having a lot of fun traveling, but at the same time still following the real estate market and just keeping you guys informed of what's going on. When we read the article, we said, hey, we should do a video about this. So
right. So lastly, remember, there are still a lot more people who are willing to buy and just don't have the ability to buy because the product isn't there. So long as we have demand outstripping supply, that definitely will speak to a market that at the very least is going to remain stable, if not continue to appreciate. It's not going to appreciate at gangbuster rates, but it will continue to appreciate so long as we have a shortage. That's just supply and demand.
Yeah, we'll just track this every month. I think probably if the inventory does build up to a decent level, there'll be some good deals to be had in the fall probably. And, if interest rates do end up dropping, then by next spring, it's probably going to be hot market again. So
absolutely. So we told you that we're in Singapore. Give us a hint or a clue as to where you think we should be going next.
Oh, yeah, that'll be fun. We are traveling somewhere next.
We are traveling somewhere next. So tell us where you think we should go. And we'll see if you were right as to what we picked, because we've already picked. We just picked a couple hours ago, and we'll be on the move soon. So we'll see you on the next video. Remember to like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share the video. And again, if you subscribe, then you'll get to find out where we're going next. We'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Bye.